which ironically is Gaelic for freedom. But
Yes.
I was there on Saturday, and I go to every one. I find it quite empowering, and it's the only time that I feel like I'm not on my own, because obviously there's not many people. There's more people willing to go along with this than there are to stand out.
What was it about? If you were,
it was for me and many that I was with, etc. It's just about ending all of this. We have to just live with this. Let's get rid of the masks. Let's stop the lockdowns. Let's open our businesses. No jabs. No jabs. That's like, oh God. It's just.
And where do you get? What are your main sources of information, Saoirse?
Well, I look. I don't watch television. I don't read newspapers for a start.
Yeah.
I just search all their own websites.
Who?
The CDC, the WHO, the WEF, the British Medical Journal, and then obviously.
But they're all united in thinking that masks and lockdowns are a good idea.
But
so where do you? So sorry, I didn't express myself properly. Where do you get the information upon which you base your conviction that all of the medical agencies you've just described are somehow wrong? Who is it that's right in your view?
Do you know something? You can read both sides of any story.
No, I know, but I don't know what the other side is. I know what the science is.
What I'm saying is that I've listened.
So where do you go to get the people who tell you that masks are a bad idea and that vaccines are a bad idea and that lockdowns are a bad idea? And presumably they think people haven't died of coronavirus?
Right. Well, I'm not saying vaccines per se. For me, this is not a vaccine. It's an mRNA.
Yes.
It's still under trial. Everyone that's taken
I don't want to run out of time. I just want to push you towards where you get your information from.
So I'm on various groups all around the world, and lots of people share their knowledge.
Who are they? Who are they?
All normal, regular people, and a lot of lawyers.
But if you broke your leg, you wouldn't go to a normal, regular person, would you? You'd go to a doctor.
Do you know what? If I broke my leg, I wouldn't go near a hospital right now. But have you heard of Dr. Dolores Carhill?
No, of course I haven't.
She's fantastic.
Right, what's she a doctor of?
She's a scientist.
What's she a doctor of?
20-odd years of virology and vaccines and all sorts. She's amazing.
Right. Okay.
Dr. Rashid Buttar. If you trust the science, then look at the science overall.
And where do you find these people?
All over the internet.
All over the internet. And why do you think their genius hasn't been more widely recognised by the world?
Because you're shut down. You're fact-checked.
Well, how do you find them then? What's wrong with fact-checking?
But have you heard of this before? I've never heard of fact-checking until this last year. But anything that you try and share, where you
know what facts are. You know what facts are.
Yeah.
And you know what checking is.
Right. Okay.
So you know what fact-checking is all your life.
You're not allowed to go against what the government.
You're allowed to, but you have to have proof and you have to have evidence. And I mean.
But these are scientists. These are actual scientists as well that are saying this is wrong.
Right, and how much effort do you put into exploring their credentials?
To be honest, it's totally taken over my life because this has ruined my life.
I'm sorry.
This has changed my entire life.
Yes.
Work-wise, family-wise, friend-wise.
I'm sorry.
Social-wise.
I know, and it's because you're vulnerable. It's because I hope you won't hate me for saying this.
I'm not vulnerable. I'm just
you are. I'm so sorry, but you so clearly are, and there's no shame in that. But these people are taking advantage of your vulnerability.
No, not these people. The girls.
But you just said if you broke your leg, you wouldn't go to a hospital.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't go to a hospital.
That's so silly.
The first thing they do is say.
No, the first thing they do is say, "How did you break your leg?"
No, do you know what?
I promise you.
No,
just trust me on this, will you, please? No.
My gut feeling is telling me, and like I say, I've done a lot of research, and it is very, very, very deep.
Right.
So we're not going to go into the Magna Carta and the Freemasons and all that. There's no point.
Okay.
But on the start of it, the march is about, please, let's just get back to life.
Let's ignore almost all of the scientists and listen instead to the ones that you found on the internet.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's what you just said. That's what you just said. And some of the people you've mentioned, I'm already receiving absolutely irrefutable evidence that they are not worthy of you and your interest. But I sense that I probably haven't even touched the sides there. Just please, if you get poorly, see a doctor.